What it do, comic book gurus? It's your boy Razor Comics, and in today's Haw video, we are going to be flipping through some cartoon comic books as well as some spooky horror comic books in today's Haw video. That's right, it's time to take a trip down nostalgia memory lane as we flip through cartoon horror comic books. You ready? Because I'm ready. Skodan. Welcome back, comic book gurus. This haul here that you're looking at, I picked up from a local toy store called Collectors Marketplace here in Phoenix, Arizona. So if you're ever in town in Phoenix, Arizona, and you're looking for a cool place to shop for toys and vintage comic books, check out Collectors Marketplace in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, this stack here that we're going to flip through is a nice little stack that I picked up. It does have the prices here, so you will be able to see the prices for each book. And at the very end, I will show you the total that I spent on the haul. And because I am new to collecting comic books, I count on you, the comic book gurus, to let me down, to drop a comment down below. Let me know how you like the haul and how I did total overall value. I really appreciate it. And while you're doing that, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. First comic book that we're going to look out here is the last issue of a series called The Haunted or Haunted. Now, this is going to be volume 14, issue 75 from 1984. The final issue is number 766. So they made a ton of these issues. I haven't read one of them. I decided to pick up the last one and work backwards. $4 price here. And this is Haunted from Charlton, and it's the last issue, as they so nicely put on the on the bag and board here for me. Next book up, we have Garbage Pail Kids Puketacular. Now, if you were a kid growing up in the 80s like I was, you remember these cards, Garbage Pail Kids, 25 cents a pack. We used to pick them up at Circle K out here in Arizona, and you would take them home, open them up, trade them with your friends. I didn't know they were going to be collectible. A lot of us didn't know many years, and we would stick them on our trapper keepers, as we would call them back in those days, man. Put them on the trapper keeper, bro. Hang out. Also, we would take the cards, and you remember putting them on your bicycle spokes, and they would make the like you're riding a motorcycle. Oh, the days. Right here, we have Garbage Pail Kids Puketacular. It's a one-shot. Comic Con Ron. $8 price tag. It comes with the exclusive trading card. Say that 5 times fast inside here, and it's bag and it's got the poly bag. So I haven't opened it. It's sealed, but there you go. You can take a look at that. If you remember Garbage Pail Kids from back in the 80s, this is really cool, man. It reminds me of going to the Comic Cons, right? And yeah, this is cool. I really like this cover. Really fun cover. Oh, we're dropping Miss Marvel. No, Miss Marvel's down. Can't have that. Next book up, we have Elvira in Monsterland Dynamite. This is issue number 5. $6. The Bride versus Manila. What the F? I thought this was so cool. Shout out to the guy that works at the Collector Marketplace who I think his name is Dave. He actually runs the comic book section. He is the one that's responsible for these cute, funny labels that you see here. So if you see him, shout out Dave at the Collector Marketplace. But I'm a big fan of Elvira. I used to watch her Mystery at Night. And that series was one of the first series that I was able to see some grown boobies for the first time. And ever since then, man, I've been a huge fan of Elvira. Extremely beautiful woman. One of our, kids growing up, one of our first loves, our first crushes as kids growing up that time period. So I had to have this cover because you have all the classic monster characters, man. Dracula, the Mummy. I'm not sure who this cat is, but, you got Frankie. You got everybody here. And it looks like this might be Vlad. The other Dracula down here. And yeah, I thought this was really cool. I never heard of this series, but it's Elvira in Monsterland number 5. I do believe that's Godzilla on the back right there, top right. $6 cover price. I'm looking to pick up the rest of these now because this is really cool, man. Next book up, of course, I have I, Vampire, starring in the House of Mystery. This is number 307. I don't believe I have any of these. This was just a sick cover, bro. The corpse that came in with the tide. When I saw this, man, this just gave me the chills immediately, and I had to have it.
I see dead people.
Those are the vibes that I picked up, man. You have the girl who's right here just completely looking the other way, right? Like she's just in her own like zone, like if she's just terrified. And with her doll, the doll looks hella spooky. And then the guy, not sure if he's dead or if he's dying. So this just looked just crazy spooky. Gave me the chills when I seen it. The corpse that came with the tide. So really spooky book, classic vintage horror, 60-cent goodness. Had to have it. Really cool. Next book up, we got some Simpsons, man. So good old Simpsons comics, number 26. And I love this cover because you have them on the front here in the bus. You got Lisa, you got Bart, and Milhouse with the bus driver going scared shitless. While he's like, hey, man, I'm jamming out. Listen to my tunes, man. This reminds me of the good old days, just watching the Simpson comics. And I remember even coming home as a teenager at 10 o'clock at night on the WB. They would play reruns, and I would watch the Simpsons comics, man. Loves the Simpsons. I have to pick up as many of these as I can, especially if it's $6 or less. I'll pick it up all day because, I enjoy comic books. Do you enjoy comic books?
So, do you enjoy comic books?
The next book up is The Many Ghosts. I've never seen the series at all. It's The Many Ghosts of Dr. Graves. This is issue number 10 from Charlton Comics. 12 centers. So I think this might be Silver Age, maybe some early Bronze Age. Not too sure, but it's $7 for the price tag here that they had. No chill, like the touch of the hand. It looks like this is Bob somebody here. I'm not sure who exactly is the artist on the cover, but this is just amazing, man. It reminds me of just those old classic movie posters that you would see back in the 70s and 80s. When you would go to the movie theater, they would have these kind of horror movie posters, man. And I remember kind of seeing those as a kid. And this is what that remind me of. Remind me of going to the movie theaters or even the drive-in, getting popcorn or something. And you would see these classic, just these promotions for these movies. And this is what it reminded me of. This was really cool. You can see the hand, the shadow from the hand, the face with the sick-ass mustache is really trimmed, unlike mine. And, of course, next book up, we got some Jetsons. Meet the Jetsons, daughter Judy, his son Alroy. Number 2 from Harvey, $3 price tag. Planet Lunk Goes Clunk. Hanna-Barbera presents the Jetsons. Man, we have our boy George Jetson, of course, doing some futuristic golfing with Alroy being his caddy. So I love the Jetsons. If you're a kid like me growing up in the 80s, of course, you watched the Jetsons every Saturday morning, sitting there with your bowl of cereal. It's one of the staples growing up as a kid was watching the Jetsons. And, of course, if I had issue number 2, I was lucky enough to find issue number 1. $5 for Hanna-Barbera presents the Jetsons, the Jetsons issue, a first issue. And I love this cover because this reminds me of the classic cartoon where it starts off. You have all the classic characters, including the dog on the cover. So it's an amazing cover. It's really fun. And the condition of this cover right here for a number 1 issue, when I picked it up, other than the spine roll here that we have, the condition is really good. So for $5 on, it looks like almost damn near mint Jetsons for $5, first issue. This is completely down my memory lane. This is nostalgia all day. One of my favorite cartoons. It's definitely a Harvey classic. So just the comic book itself is just really cool to have. And then I picked this up, guys. This is Ghost. Now, this is a cool series. I haven't read any of them, but I know it's True Tales of the Weird and Supernatural. So I'm down right away. It's at a $5 price tag that they had on it. So I picked it up purely on cover buy because this just looks hella sick, bro. Sick cover, bro. I see dead people, no doubt, right here in this one.
I see dead people.
We challenge you to read Ghost, the Ghost in the Cellar. The kid opening the door while the parents go downstairs, almost like he's telling them there's a ghost downstairs. Ghost? So they're going downstairs, right, to check on the ghost, and there's the fucking ghost right there. Cool skeleton right there, bottom left. Take a look at that, man. Really cool artwork. You got the kid right there looking just absolutely horrified. He knows that there's something down there. Of course, the dad's leading the way, and the wife's behind him. He's got the flashlight. Maybe she's looking for divorce, give him the old nudge, accidentally. Accidentally. I Vampire picked up another one of these because these are cool covers, man. Starring in The House of Mystery. Sick covers, bro. Number 306, a 60 center, had a $4 price tag. I really dug this cover. It's a Joe Kubert cover, and it's Watch Out London. Jack the Ripper is on the loose again. So you get a little Jack the Ripper along with some I Vampire on the cover. And check out a hot chick, man, just laid out, right? Beautiful hot chick here. And then you have Jack the Ripper. This is cool, little Vampire cover. I saw this. I had to have it, right, guys? I mean, just look at this cover, man. You have the night light or whatever the pole this is right here, the street light, and you have the I Vampire, the scene in the back, Jack the Ripper on the cover. Beautiful woman laid out. Just a classic cover for $4. I thought it was a steal, even though we don't got some spine ticks, some condition issues. Everything's still in the bag and boards. I haven't switched them out because this is the price tags on here, and I wanted to show you guys how much I paid because I'm new to the hobby and I like to get the feedback. So do me a favor, smash the like button, drop a comment down below, subscribe to the channel because we are down to the last couple of books, and I really appreciate it if you've gotten this far. Razor Comics, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. We have more bewitching pages. It's midnight witching hour. Now this was my favorite cover out of all of them. Once I seen this, I had to have this cover. It was crazy good. It's a midnight witching hour. It has the kid. It says, "This is the first time at your new school, son. Have a good day." She just drops him off. You see the car's like, mom's got to get onto that bottle of wine. The soap operas. She's like, deuces, got Pinochle to get to. Kids going to school. Skeletons telling them to come in. It's just one of the spookiest covers I've ever seen. Then you have the witch back here. The rules and ghosts, like dead kids walking around. So when I seen this, I was like, holy shit. She dropping her poor son off to his death, evidently. And then you have a sick skeleton right here. Sick cover, bro. And then look at the witch guy is just creeping in the back, like, am I pretty? Poor kid. That's got to be the worst daycare ever. And we came to this, the last of the pickups, and probably the most proudest I was to catch this in the wild. I'm not a guy who knows a lot about comic books. I always say that I don't know shit about comic books. You're the comic book guru, so please like, comment, subscribe. And I ask you for all your feedback. But I do know a thing or two of a thing or two. And I happened to come across this, and I know that this was created by Brian Pulido because I'm here in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm homegrown. I followed some of that Lady Death early work and some of the stuff he's doing now. So when I saw this out in the wild, I knew this was special. For an $8 price tag, I was like, this is amazing. This is Lady Death, the Cremator, Purgatory, and Bedlam. All in one. It's called Chaos Quarterly, and it was a 3-part comic book series. I do believe three issues, a little mini series. So I saw $8 price tag. I go, man, that's cool for one of them. This is a cool cover. I think it's Julie Bell, I do believe, that did this first cover. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. 1995, little Julie Bell, I do believe was the name. I might be mistaken. I picked this up thinking that this is only the first issue, but when I turned it around, guess what, guys? Payow! Not only does it have the third issue, but the second issue's in there as well, and I'll take them both out. But when I turn this around, Evil Ernie, Lady Death, Crippler, Cremator, Chaos Quarterly, this is number 3. So number 1, 2, and 3. Score, cha-ching. That's what I was talking about. I was feeling hella good. Really good. Walking around, dancing around the comic book shop. The guy was looking at me all crazy, like, what the hell? I go, bro, Brian Pulido, Chaos Quarterly. This is a Joe Jusko cover. A Jusko cover. Check how beautiful this cover is. Got a little Jusko on the cover. Look at those skulls at the bottom, guys. And then you got the sword. Chaos Quarterly. This is a beautiful cover. These are hard to find, But I'm out here in Phoenix, Arizona, and Lady Death is huge out here. Brian Polito is the creator, and there's all three of them were in here. So check this out. So that's number one. Number one is right here. These are the first cover. The back of the first cover, 1995, guys, 491, Chaos Quarterly number one. That's your first one right there. Amazing artwork. Sorry, Miss Marvel. We'll have to move you here for a sec. And then this is going to be number two. Check this out. It's Boris. That's what it says on the cover. And this is Chaos Quarterly number two. That's sick, bro. Damn, son. Look at those skulls. Oh, man. I don't know who Boris is, but this is amazing. Oh, check that out. Oh, man. Boris Vallejo on the cover, guys. This was created by Brian Polito. Shout out. Arizona native. And man, this is big right here. This is cool. I can't wait to actually get into these, to reading these Chaos Quarterlies. I was so stoked. But I thought it was just one of them. I thought it was just this cover right here, the very, very first one. And then when I flipped it, picked it up, I felt it was heavy. And then I picked it up. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, Julie Bell on the first cover. Amazing artwork from amazing artists on each cover. So there it is. I was very excited for $8, bro. And I got all three of the Chaos Quarterlies, guys. 1, 2, and 3. This was my favorite pickup. One of my favorite hauls. Again, this is Collector's Marketplace out here in Phoenix, Arizona. If you have a chance when you're down here, check them out. If they're in Central Phoenix, it's called Collector's Marketplace. Do me a huge favor. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Total for the haul that you say that you want to know, now we've got all the numbers added up. It was a total haul cost of $71. If you want to add in the tax, I think it was 63 cents. So $71, not including the tax, which was just basically cents. There it is. Again, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, you know how we do around here, guys. Check you later.